Mongolia is the most sparsely populated sovereign country on Earth. It's a nation 3 times the size of France, famous for its vast, empty landscapes and the enduring legacy of Genghis Khan. This is a land of endless steppe, where nomadic traditions have shaped a unique culture for thousands of years. But what if I told you that nearly half of its entire population lives in just one city? But what if I told you that nearly half of its entire population lives in just one city? This is the beginning of the story I want to tell. I want to understand what it's really like to live here. So I'm here, in the heart of Ulaanbaatar, to figure out why. That's right! Out of a nation of roughly 3.5 million people, well over 1.5 million are packed into its capital, Ulaanbaatar. That's right! Out of a nation of roughly 3.5 million people, well over 1.5 million are packed into its capital, Ulaanbaatar. It's a city caught between the past and the future, a place where modern skyscrapers cast shadows over traditional felt gers. This staggering concentration of people, in a country literally defined by its emptiness, is one of the most dramatic demographic shifts happening on the planet. So I'm here, in the heart of Ulaanbaatar, to figure out why. Why have so many people abandoned the nomadic way of life for this, a sprawling, chaotic, and utterly fascinating city? I want to understand what it's really like to live here. The first thing that hits you about Ulaanbaatar is the sheer energy. The city center feels like a declaration of intent. Gleaming glass towers pierce the sky, housing banks, luxury brands, and trendy coffee shops that could be anywhere in the world. Young Mongolians, stylish and connected, rush along Peace Avenue, the city's main artery. There's a real sense of ambition here, a buzz fueled by the country's mineral wealth and a powerful desire to forge a new modern identity. This is the Ulaanbaatar that pulls people in. It's the political, economic, and cultural heart of the nation, a beacon of opportunity in a vast land. It promises jobs that don't depend on the weather, universities for the next generation, and healthcare that's simply unavailable out on the steppe. This city represents a dream of a different, more stable life. But this glittering downtown? It's only half the story. To really get Ulaanbaatar, you have to leave the pavement behind. But this glittering downtown? It's only half the story. To really get Ulaanbaatar, you have to leave the pavement behind. This is where the other Ulaanbaatar begins. Welcome to the Ger Districts. These sprawling, unplanned settlements climb the hills surrounding the city, and they're home to over 60% of the capital's population. That's around 900,000 people. The second you enter, paved roads give way to dirt tracks, and the air gets thick with the smell of burning coal. These districts are a sea of wooden fences, small self-built houses, and the traditional felt homes of the nomads, the gers. For most people who move to the city, this is their first stop, and often it's permanent. But life here is a world away from the modern apartments downtown. There's no running water, no sewage systems, and most critically, no central heating. Families have to collect their water every day from public kiosks, often hauling it long distances by hand. Toilets are simple outdoor pits. It's a life of incredible hardship, especially when winter temperatures plunge to -40 degrees. So, if this is the reality for most people here, it begs the question, why? Why trade the freedom of the steppe for a life with such brutal challenges? The answer isn't simple. It's a perfect storm of forces that are fundamentally rewriting the story of this ancient culture. To get it, you actually have to look outside the city. The nomadic way of life, the very thing that has sustained Mongolians for millennia, is in crisis. And the main culprit is climate change. Mongolia is warming at more than twice the global average. In just the last 80 years, the average temperature has shot up by over 2.2 degrees Celsius. This rapid warming has kicked off a devastating cycle. Summers are hotter and drier, leading to desertification that ruins the pasture land that livestock need to survive. Then those droughts are followed by incredibly harsh winters with deep, impenetrable snow. This disaster has a name in Mongolian, the dzud. A dzud can kill millions of animals in a single season. Herders are forced to watch as their livestock, their entire livelihood, their bank account, starve or freeze to death. During the dzud of 2010, the country lost nearly a quarter of its entire livestock population. This climate-driven exodus got a huge push from another major event. After the Soviet Union fell in the early 1990s, Mongolia transitioned to democracy. The new 1992 constitution gave citizens freedom of movement, a right they never had under the old regime. As state support for herders vanished and the climate got more and more hostile, the road to Ulaanbaatar opened up. This massive ongoing migration has created a city that is bursting at the seams, and with it, a whole set of huge urban problems. The most immediate and dangerous is the air pollution. Because the Ger districts have no central heating, every single family has to burn raw coal in a simple iron stove just to stay alive through the winter. The smoke from hundreds of thousands of these stoves creates a thick, toxic smog that smothers the entire city. During the coldest months, Ulaanbaatar regularly has the worst air quality on the planet. The concentration of dangerous particulate matter can soar to over 100 times the limit recommended by the World Health Organization. It is a full-blown public health catastrophe, causing respiratory illness, heart disease, and harming children's development. And then there's the traffic. The city's roads were never built for 1.5 million people, and today they're gridlocked for hours every day. There's a local saying that sums it up perfectly. The traffic into the city is heavy, but the traffic out of the city is empty. Despite these incredible hardships, life goes on. There's a powerful sense of resilience here. People build their own homes, run small shops from their yards, and form tight-knit communities. And when you talk to residents, you find something surprising. Many say they don't actually want to live in a concrete apartment block. They value having their own piece of land, that connection to the earth that is so central to being Mongolian. They don't want to leave the Ger District. They just want the Ger District to have the basic services that everyone else takes for granted. Exploring a city this complex and understanding the deep-seated issues that shape people's lives can be overwhelming. It brings up a lot of questions about our own lives and the challenges we face. It's why I find it so helpful to have a space to process my thoughts and experiences. To get one last look at this city of contrasts, I've come up to the Zaysan Memorial, a Soviet-era monument on a hill overlooking Ulaanbaatar. From up here, you can see it all. Down in the valley, the modern city center gleams, a testament to Mongolia's global ambitions. And surrounding it on all sides, like a vast, sprawling tide, are the Ger Districts, stretching up every hillside as far as the eye can see. In the winter, you'd see a thick brown layer of smog trapped in the valley, a visible scar of the city's most urgent crisis. And just beyond the last row of Gers, the hills turn back into the steppe, that vast, empty, beautiful land that defines Mongolia. From up here, you can physically see the tension the country is living through. You see the collision of the nomadic past and the urban future. You see a city that is both a symbol of hope and a site of daily struggle. So why do half of all Mongolians live in Ulaanbaatar? Because the ancient pact between the people and the land is breaking. Climate change is relentlessly pushing herders from the steppe, making a centuries-old way of life almost impossible to sustain. At the same time, the magnetic pull of the city, with its promise of jobs, education, and a different kind of future, is stronger than ever. The result is a city unlike any other on Earth, one grappling with extreme pollution, a severe housing crisis, and the challenge of integrating hundreds of thousands of climate migrants. Mongolia is at a critical crossroads, forced to build an urban future that almost no one could have imagined just a generation ago. And yet, in the face of these monumental challenges, the spirit of the Mongolian people, their incredible resilience, their deep connection to family, and their sheer ability to endure, remains unbroken. They are adapting, surviving, and building a new kind of life here in the most unlikely metropolis on Earth. What are your thoughts on Mongolia? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this.